everybody, Craig Warrack here, back with another look at one of my custom action figures, and today we have Venom, done in the 6-inch Marvel Legends style. Venom has had a few figures in this 6-inch scale, but I've always felt that none of them have really captured what I consider to be Venom's best look. I suppose I'll talk about why I wanted to make the custom figure. So a lot of the Venom figures have been very muscly and veiny and had a strange texture, and while I know in more recent years Venom has his powers have been sort of represented as the abilities of his symbiote to have tendrils and that sort of thing, to be liquid and move all over the place. I've never really liked that sort of approach for Venom. I like a kind of a simple Venom. He is the Black Spider-Man, more muscular and more deadly. I don't really like the whole, symbiote powers. I think it's nice for Carnage. It makes Carnage unique from Venom, but Venom should probably stick to his Spider-Man powers. But that's just my opinion. So what we have here is a classic Venom. He's very sleek. As you can see, he doesn't have lots of tendrils flying all off him. And he's also quite upright and human looking. He isn't, Hulk sized or anything, but well, this is based on the Tick figure that you saw me review maybe a couple of months back. So he is much larger than, say, Spider-Man here. And I thought that sort of scale was quite nice for them. So what did I do to the Tick? Well, first of all, I replaced his feet with those from another Venom, so he's got the toe articulation. And what I really wanted to get was the rocking articulation for the foot, so that he can stand with his legs wide. What else? Oh yes, of course. So his arms here. I took the Tick has quite strange proportions. He has very small hands and feet. So these are hands from a Sota Blanca figure. And of course, the great thing with Sota figures is they come with interchangeable hands. So, sorry if I try and snap that on there. It's very stiff. So he's got the two fists, or he's got the two, or one of this sort of clutching hand and one of this open hand. And I did modify the Blanca hands a little so that he didn't have fingernails, but rather just pointed talon-like hands. And I'll put this, I love this particular hand, so I'm going to stick that back on. And make you sit patiently while I do that. There we have him. And of course he is painted all black, as you can see. I used some Citadel Games Workshop paint in a can to spray it as much as I could, save time, and then go in with the black and just make sure all the joint, what do they call it, joint rub was covered. And I don't know what else to say about his paint job. Oh yeah, something I sort of thought for a long time, do I want to give him a sort of a blue highlights or something? But at the end of the day, I really didn't. I think the essence of the black costumes design and then Venom's design is the simplicity and the contrast. It's very striking. It's just black and white. I think when it's made any more complex or subtle, it loses something. So what I've just gone for here, I've gone for black and white. If there is any shading, it's unintentional. The spider effect on the body was hand painted. That took quite a bit of work. White on black is not easy, and then black on white again. But what I did here was I just painted the basic spider, and these legs are not separate, they are just one big block of white within the black, penciled in, painted in on top of that. I think that worked quite well. The thing with, I suppose, Venom symbol is that if you want to have any kind of articulation in the body, you're going to lose the cohesion. When it turns, it's not going to join up. But yeah, that's just something you have to deal with. And round the back as well, it joins up under his arms. I'm very proud with how that paint has come out. The white could be smoother, but well, it was just quite complicated to do at the end of the day. He's got the white on the back of his hands, of course. And the head. Now the head, I'll bring him in a bit closer here, so we can have a look at that. Now you would have seen some of the work in progress on this mystery character if you watched my magnets tutorial. I'm very, very proud of this particular head. This was exactly the look I wanted to capture. Whether this is your particular vision of Venom or not, hey, who cares? This is what I think Venom classically looks like. He has, of course, the removable tongue, and you can see in there, it's in his mouth, that's all painted. I'm very proud of how the teeth came out. I had to whittle the points down and sculpt them as well, and I really, yeah, I can't say it enough, I'm really proud. I know that's patting myself in the back a lot, but I am happy with how that's come out. And even his tongue, I'm really happy with the thickness of it and the length of it. And it is, I'll just put you down there, Venom, it's posable. And you'll see what I've added on here is some little slimy goo bits. They're also hot glue that I added on after, just drizzled over and painted separately. So yeah, you can have Venom with or without his tongue, going to either side or doing whatever you want it to do. Yeah, so I was very happy with that. And I asked some people in the community what kind of alternate heads I should have for Venom, because the tick did have an alternate head, and I got various suggestions. Mostly were a Mac Gargan head, and some people said first appearance Smiley Venom's head. So I've done a first appearance Smiley head here. This isn't how I'm going to choose to display him. I looked at the art as carefully as I could and tried to replicate it, but I'm not too sure. I mean, when I look at the grin, I definitely see, you know, the sort of Todd McFarlane influence, but I'm not sure that I've quite captured it. Like I say, I'm not too concerned as, you know, it's not how I'm going to display him, but I'm quite happy with how it came out. And again, it's all sculpted and hand painted. So yeah, I could do better on that, I think, but like I say, satisfied with that. And his Mac Gargan head. There you have it. Now if you look at, I know Mac Gargan in his later appearances, he was made sort of younger and better looking, and you know, he's given sort of long locks, but if you look at him at the start, he's quite a brute, and he has this receding sort of widow's peak hairline and these big black eyebrows. So yeah, I wanted to capture that. And this is a Hulk head from the movie. So I of course resculpted the entire, from basically the brow upwards, and repainted it. Yeah, sits lower. So yeah, I'm quite happy. Again, it's not how I want to display him, but yeah, it's just a nice little feature for it to have. And finally, a little addition, which I kind of got fed up with halfway through, to be honest, but it came out in enough of a state that is this sort of clip-on. It just it fits under his chin, and his head sits in there, and then the head just pops on the body. This sort of half symbiote thing, and these tendrils are all posable. Like I say, I'm not too keen on this. I kind of aborted it halfway through, just because, like I said at the start, this was probably the effect for Venom I didn't want. I didn't want the crazy symbiote tendrils flying all over the place look. It just wasn't something I was interested in pursuing. But yeah, that's alright. It's not bad. So yeah, so I originally got the tick body just to, you know, sort of see what could be done without, or on a different body from Marvel Legends, and he turned out to be quite a bruiser, so I wasn't sure what to do. But I'm really glad that I made him into Venom. I'm really happy with how he's turned out. I'm happy with the paint job and almost the simplicity of it. It did take me quite a while, so it's almost like a false simplicity of the figure. Sometimes I feel my customs, I make my customs so complicated for myself, and I get so stressed about them and all that kind of stuff. So I was quite happy to sort of work on this Venom and just sort of keep it simple. Obviously I got a bit carried away with accessories and different heads and stuff, but it was all very enjoyable. So there we have, this is my custom Venom. He wants to eat your brain, as perhaps the worst superhero catchphrase ever. So there we have it. That's Venom. I'll stop crapping on about him. There you go. Thank you very much.